welcome to ESPN Cricket Info Match Day with association with our technological partner Vivo. I am Nikhil Naz. Joining me two guests in Deepdas Gupta and Farvez Maroof. Now remember, this is the Asia Cup where 16 would be vying to be crowned the champions of Asia. And for those of you looking for a contest, remember the World Cup isn't too far away. This is the big game coming up that we're looking at. The opener at the Asia Cup, Bangladesh taking on Sri Lanka. We're getting latest news also from the ground that Bangladesh have won the toss and have decided to back. But quickly, first opening comments.
Yeah.
I'll start with you. How best would you describe the Asia Cup? You know, I was trying to look for answers. The one that I've read, the folks at ESPN Cricket Info have come up with. This is the best tournament in Asia featuring international teams.
So best tournament in Asia featuring international. Okay, so what would you reckon is the best tournament overall?
I think it'd be the Ranji Trophy, right? 37 teams, 37 teams, so many teams participating. The best format that there is.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I think they mean the idea.
Yeah, fair enough. But having said that, I think as far as this Asia Cup is concerned, it would be a curtain raiser for the World Cup. I think none of the teams that I see here in the Asia Cup are certain about their team for the World Cup. So this is, for me, is a curtain raiser.
Okay, Farvez, for you, would the Sri Lankan team also be looking forward to it as a curtain raiser to fix or iron out those problems that they might have going ahead 9 months from now?
Possibly so. I mean, as Deep said before, I don't think none of the teams are settled for the World Cup. I mean, Sri Lanka is nowhere close. I mean, we have lots of injury issues to work with, and Lasith Malinga coming back after about a year for the one-day setup. So lots of things to look forward to. And Asia Cup for me, I mean, personally played in it at least 4 times. I think you know, as Sri Lankans, we always look forward to the Asia Cup as much as we look forward to the World Cup.
Okay, yes, that's correct. You know, looking forward to the Asia Cup as everyone is. Okay, the big game coming up, as we mentioned, it's Bangladesh taking on Sri Lanka. We keep talking about rivalry. We keep talking about India, Pakistan. We talk about it when the tournament progresses. But this is the new age rivalry. The last time Bangladesh played Sri Lanka, I never forget the Nagin dance, a few glass being broken. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Yeah, post-Nidash Trophy, yes. And the other thing is, I think both the teams, I mean, Bangladesh wasn't that good, let's say, a decade ago. But now I think there is some balance in their side, and they're at par with Sri Lanka, if I dare say that. But yeah, they're coming up. So there's not too much of a difference in these two sides anymore.
All right. Farvez, to you, I mean, just tell me, what does it feel like in Sri Lanka? Is there a needle to the clash of fans looking forward to it? The last time, because we're talking about the Nidash Trophy, I remember the Sri Lankan fans came to the final with placards saying that they're going to be cheering the Indian team. Does that needle still remain?
It does, certainly, and also inclusion of Chandika Singh as the coach from Bangladesh to Sri Lanka. It gives that extra bit of edge as well. I think, as Deep said, the Nagina dance, all these things what happened during the Nidash Trophy. It's the rivalry still is definitely on, because I think that Bangladesh and Sri Lanka is in the same path when it comes to the standard of cricket. You know, we have lost so many players in the last few years, and we also still rebuilding. And we are not sure what's our best 11 or best 15 is still, because we keep chopping and changing, few injury worries. So I think overall, it's going to be a very important Asia Cup.
Okay, let's quickly take a look at the groups. So those of you who don't know, as I mentioned right at the start, there are 6 teams participating. They're divided into 2 groups there. Group A, Hong Kong, India, Pakistan. Group B, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. A quick prediction from you, Deep. I'm not going to ask you about Group A, who's going to make it to the next Super Fours, but quickly, Group B, tell me.
That's going to be a tough one, because Afghanistan in these conditions with 3-4 spinners, that'll be very, very interesting. So Group B, again, as we call it, the group of death. So it's very difficult to actually figure out Group B.
Okay, Farvez, your turn.
I mean, I agree with the Deep as well. I mean, it's going to be a tricky one. Knowing Afghanistan having the mystery spinners, as we call it, and unpredictable batting lineup. If they get going, it's going to be hard for Sri Lanka. But overall, I think if we play for the Sri Lankans play for their strength and they play their own flair. I mean, if they go out with the mentality, just going out there and showcasing their talent and whatever they have, I think we should be able to overcome Afghanistan. When it comes to Bangladesh, it's going to be even match for me.
Okay, even match. It's going to be a good match coming up. But we heard it from both our experts, where they said that it's going to be a curtain raiser for the World Cup. Now let's listen in to the players themselves. This is how they're getting ready for this big one.
Cricket may have originated in England, but nothing beats the following it enjoys in Asia. Asian powerhouses like India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka have always played their best when they faced off against each other, giving rise to a special rivalry. The Asia Cup, which had its first edition in 1984, has seen many close matches and thrilling encounters. And this is the first time in the tournament's history where 6 teams will be vying for glory. 6-time champions India, who won the cup in 2016 when it was a T20 tournament, begin their title defence against Hong Kong. However, it is their clash against arch rivals Pakistan on the 19th of September, which has everyone waiting.
इंडिया से जब भी मैच होता है तो वो इम्पोर्टेंट मैच होता है, तो कोशिश करेंगे इंडिया के खिलाफ पहला मैच वो जाहिर सी बात है टूर्नामेंट का पहला मैच होगा, कोशिश करेंगे कि उसमें मोमेंटम हासिल करें और इंडिया के खिलाफ पूरी तैयारी के साथ जाएं।
मुझे लगता है कि अगर मैं इंडिया खेलूँ तो मेरे लिए जो कहते हैं बकेट लिस्ट की मतलब कि बकेट लिस्ट है मेरा कि पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट खेलना है, तो आई थिंक आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड फॉर दैट.
India will be without Virat Kohli in the tournament after the Indian captain was rested and the opposition is already looking for a chink in their armour.
देखें विराट कोहली एक बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर है, हम सबको पता है, ही इज़ अ मैच विनर, लेकिन अगर वो नहीं है तो उसके बावजूद भी इंडिया की टीम बहुत अच्छी है, उनके पास और भी काफ़ी प्लेयर हैं. और हाँ, ये एक एडवांटेज हमें है कि विराट कोहली जिस तरह प्रेशर में आके अपनी टीम को निकाल के ले जाते हैं, ये एडवांटेज हमें मिलेगा कि अगर उनकी जगह पे कोई और नया प्लेयर आता है तो आई थिंक वो उस तरह हैंडल नहीं कर सकेगा उस प्रेशर को.
After the Champions Trophy win, Pakistan's performance in ODIs has been erratic and skipper Sarfaraz Ahmed understands the need to have a positive start to carry the momentum.
जो चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में मोमेंटम मिला अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका श्रीलंका, तो वो हमने कैरी किया फाइनल तक, तो यहाँ भी मोमेंटम बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हो गया. टीम की होप जो है बहुत ज़्यादा हाई है और मुराद भी बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा है, तो कोशिश करेंगे कि पहले मैच से मोमेंटम को हासिल करें और इंशाल्लाह उसको आखिर तक लेकर जाएं.
Sri Lanka might not be in their best form in ODIs, but under new coach Chandika Hathurusingha, they seem to be moving in the right direction.
I think we've got the skill and the talent in the dressing room, no doubt about it. I mean, it's just we've got to play good cricket to beat them. We all know that Indians are the number 1 team, and also Pakistan is just recently last year won the Champions Trophy, and you can't take Afghanistan and Bangladesh lightly too because they are very good teams. So you got to play your best cricket to win against these guys.
Bangladesh have been runners-up twice in the event. They'll be hoping that this time they can go the distance. Afghanistan have made rapid strides in the last few years and they'll be hoping to cause an upset or two to show that they belong among the big boys. So let the battle begin in the deserts of the United Arab Emirates as the cricket carnival rolls into the Asia Cup one more time.
Okay, right at the start of the program, you were discussing which is the best way to describe the Asia Cup. Well, I've got another one. It's a tournament where you have 3, 4, sometimes 5, now 16 participating. But in the end, it's either India, Pakistan or Sri Lanka who win it. So this is the record at the Asia Cup until now. It's been these teams that have won the tournament so far because that's been the dominance of these 3 teams of the subcontinent. There you have it. From 1983 onwards till 2000, you've got India, Sri Lanka, India 3 times there, and then you had Sri Lanka and Pakistan again. And also remember, India are the defending champion. They won it last time around when it was played in a T20 format, and then as I said, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan once again featuring on that page. Because Bangladesh doesn't feature there, one thing we must remember, in the last 3 Asia Cups, before people write them off, last 3 Asia Cups, I think they played 2 finals.
Yeah.
Could this be their tournament then?
This could well be their tournament, but when you look at Bangladesh, they've got good young, talent coming through for the last couple of years, but they really haven't kind of moved on and taken that extra step or go to the next level. So they have the talent, there's no 2 ways about it. They have got a good mixture of youth and experience in there, but I'm not too sure whether they are ready to take that next step, and that's going to be an important aspect of this tournament. Are they going to take that next step or not?
Okay, the bigger question has been, because we were looking at those winners there, the bigger question has been, it's been T20 50 overs, T20 50 overs. Faraz, let me ask you, what do you make of this switching of format? Now it's pretty much been written in stone that it will be 20-20 one time, next time around it will be 50 overs. What do you make of this change in format?
I think personally I would like to see 50 over in the Asia Cup format. I mean, personally playing a couple of them, I think the rivalry really hots up when you play 50 over stuff rather than the 2020 which just lasts for 3 hours. I think the real skills being tested when it comes to when it comes to Asia Cup is to have the 50 overs stuff for me, definitely.
Interesting. Would you agree with it? 50 over is the better way of going about it?
Yeah, but if you look at it, I think the cycle is based on the World Cup, right? So every time you have a T20 World Cup, the Asia Cup before that becomes T20, and before a 50 over World Cup, it becomes a T20.
So sorry, so in the sense the organizers are saying this tournament isn't important, we're getting you ready for the more important tournament.
That's what we're talking about, curtain raiser for the World Cup, isn't it?
Okay, that's what it means. So, which is why I said the relevance of the tournament really comes into play, because if you look at other sports, you'll have like in Asia Cup in hockey. If you win that, you qualify for the Olympic Games. Probably that is what they're looking at this Asia Cup. No qualification as such, but then this is like a prep. Okay, talking about the game that's coming up, it is Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. Bangladesh have won the toss, decided to bat. Does it surprise you a bit because you're looking at all the stats and chasing really is the way to go?
Yeah, but when I look at those stats, a lot of it depends on what time the game started, how were the pitch conditions. I had a look at the pitch as well along with you, and it looks really dry with a lot of cracks on it. Chances are it'll slow further down in the second half. So yeah, maybe that's one of the things. The other thing, Bangladesh, they're not very good at chasing down totals. They might want to, bat first, put up a total there, and maybe that's the thought process. So a lot of it depends on how you look at your
That's
team.
the Bangladesh playing 11.
Yeah.
Would you want to talk us through it? Unexpected lines?
Unexpected lines, yes. Mossadegh Hossain there as well. Mohammad Mithun, who's had a really good, he's been good, in good form with the bat. Litton Das again. I mean, see, these are the youngsters that I was talking about. There was Shabir, who's not obviously part of this squad along with Soumya Sarkar, but they are really good youngsters out there. Mehdi Hassan, Rubel Hussain, Mustafizul, you all know about it. So I just want to see how they fare in this tournament, because it's a huge platform for all these youngsters to make a mark for themselves.
Okay, Farvez, a word from you on this particular team, because Bangladesh, Sri Lanka have played quite often now this year. I remember the tri-series at the start of the year. Then we remember the Nidas Trophy. Players in this Bangladesh squad that the Sri Lankan team would be wary of because they played against them so often this year.
I think the batting order looks very solid. I mean, if you look at the top six, you've got Tamim, you've got Mahmudullah, you've got Shakib. There's lots of experience, as well as Mushfiqur Rahim. I think it's a very settled, very stable batting lineup when it comes to Bangladesh. And the bowling lineup is created by Murtaza and Mushfiqur Rahim and Rubel Hussain. And you got Mehdi Hassan and Shakib as well. So it's a very balanced team for me, and covering all the bases.
Okay, since he talks about that Bangladesh have a real strong batting lineup, we'll talk about that one person who's literally the rock of that batting lineup. He's a veteran there and has been in the form of his life. This is how Tamim Iqbal is there this year in the top run getters of the year. And look at that, this is minimum 8 innings in ODIs this year. He averages a phenomenal 89.83. That's just behind Fakhar Zaman and Virat Kohli. Two of them have been in tremendous form too, but let's not take anything away. Tamim Iqbal again, he's the man you're looking forward to give them that starting.
Absolutely, and finally he's delivering. I mean, we've been seeing him for the last almost 7-8 years now. We've seen that talent in him, but finally he used to make those 30s and 40s and never converted them. But if you look at those numbers now, you'd see those 50s and 100s coming in, and that's very important. He gets those starts. It's now that he's trying to capitalize on those starts and get them into big ones and convert them into big ones. And I think it's going to be important on Tamim because he's in form. Secondly, with all these spinners and all around, you always need a left-hander in there. If you look at the batting order, there are not too many left-handers apart from Shakib. So if Tamim is around, if he's there, he's played through the first 10 overs. I hope he bats through.
A quick word on Shakib. We don't know if he's 100% fit or not. Could he just play the role of a batsman then? Would that be?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of confusion there as well. I mean, Shakib says he's not fit, but the board says he's fit. So there's a lot of confusion there. Listen, I mean, he's such an experienced guy. I mean, if he thinks he's fit enough and he's playing, obviously he's fit enough. I won't be surprised to see him bowl a few as well. They have enough bowling backups as well. But on a pitch like that, you would want him to bowl a few overs at least.
Okay, going back to the Tamim point, come to you, Farvez. What do you think is the best way to tackle him? I mean, if you look at his career, has been really good when the ball's really pitched up. It's the short ball sometimes troubles him. We see Lakman bowl that pretty often. The short pitch deliveries, could that be the way to go if he plays that case?
In the Thai series, we tried the short ball, especially in Bangladesh. In January, the conditions are much colder, and now in Dubai, the wicket looks grassless and pretty hot. So I don't think the short ball will be a good option. But overall, I think in the past, what I have gathered is playing against Tamim for a long time. is that against off-spin, he's not the best when it comes to playing against off-spin. So we might have Dilwan Pereira, we got Dhananjay Silva there. So we could utilize the off-spin, and especially I won't be surprised if Dilwan is playing, if he takes a new ball and try and tuck up Tamim Iqbal in the first 10 overs.
That's interesting. It's funny I mentioned the short ball, but looking at that pitch as Deepu was mentioning, I guess that may not be an option. So the off spinner might be the correct option. But we've got Akash Chopra here, just giving you an insight of how to deal with Tamim Iqbal in the tremendous form that he is in at the moment.
Tamim Iqbal has been Bangladesh's mainstay in the batting department for a long time, and they'll be looking at him once again for runs in the Asia Cup. For the bowlers, what is it that they need to do to stop this southpaw? I know that he's a good driver of the cricket ball. He likes to play on the up as well, stays inside the line most of the time. So while the ball is new, since he's an opener, and if there is some swing available, just pitch the ball a lot fuller. Take that risk of getting driven towards that cover region. But it is rewarding as well if the ball actually swings, because if he's staying inside the line, he's not getting to the pitch of the ball, there is a chance of him nicking it to the keeper or that slip cordon, but then the ball may not swing for too long. We're talking about Asian conditions, so then do try a bouncer, bowl it really short into his body. He is almost a compulsive hooker of the cricket ball, so he may just go after him and have a couple of fielders stationed there. The grounds are fairly decent sized in the UAE, and if that doesn't work, off spinner straight up, get him to bowl around the stumps. Make sure that you bowl within the stumps and finish, more importantly, within the stumps, because he is a leg before candidate against the off spinners when the ball is new. So these are the three areas that you need to target to stop Tamim Iqbal, because if he gets going, he has a knack of scoring big hundreds.
Okay, do the Sri Lankan bowlers follow that particular pattern as Akash was talking about, because the Bangladeshi batsmen will be out soon batting against Sri Lanka? But let's quickly run you through what the Sri Lankan team looks like this for this first particular ODI at the Asia Cup, and this is the team right now. Farmez, if you can see the team, I'll let you talk through this particular team. How's it looking?
It's a much stronger team. I thought, looking at the last series, they won the batsman short. You got Dasun Chanaka batting at 7 and Tisser at 6. Whereas Tisser was batting at 8 and Dasun was batting at 7 in the last series. So they've gone with extra bowler in Amil Afonso, good left-arm spinner, a decent bowler who bowls wicket to wicket, not much flight, it's a dart in. And I'm very happy Dilwan Pereira is playing, because I won't be surprised if he takes a new ball. And very good to see Lasith Maling after a year. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he's going to go, because he's coming back after a while, and he knows that the time is very minimal when it comes to the World Cup preparation for him, because he's been breaking through after a while. So all in all, as I said before, it's a very good Sri Lankan team. Still missing Akil Dhananjay and Tandimal, but still a good team.
Okay, Farmez, a bit surprised looking at those three medium pace all-rounders that Sri Lanka has gone in. We were looking at that pitch, and one would have thought that you'd pack your team with spinners. They've gone in with Chanaka as well, Pereira, Angelo Matthew. You think that's the right call?
Angelo Matthews won't be bowling for sure, because he's still not ready to start bowling.
Right.
Dasun Chanaka is mainly playing as a batsman. I mean, he scored a few runs in the last series against South Africa. So he's especially playing as a batsman. I'm sorry, but if needed, he may have a few overs if needed. And Tisser Pereira is always have to bowl his 10 overs. And you got Dhananjay Silva bowls his part-time off spin. You got Dilwan Pereira, so it's a decent team. But for me, one batsman short, I would like to see Tisser batting at 8, Dasun at 7, and get another batsman in at 6. But saying that, looking at the conditions, the team management thought the otherwise, and gone with 4 specialist bowlers.
Okay, if he's saying a batsman short, Dekavela could be that one batsman that they could have got.
They could have, definitely, yes, they could have. But you know what, on a pitch like this, which seems like a good batting track where you could score some runs, you might as well get an extra bowler, because the bowlers will go for a few on a pitch like this. So you rather have a bowling backup if somebody gets it. As Farvez mentioned, someone like Malinga is coming after a year. You don't know whether you're going to 10 overs from him. You don't know whether you get 10 overs from Pereira either or not. Yeah. So I'm all right with that, actually.
Okay, let's quickly listen to Angelo Matthews, because Farvez was just talking about how he will not be bowling his quota overs. If really need be, he might come into bowl over or two, but not really through his 10 overs. Let's quickly listen to the Sri Lankan captain.
Yeah, I think we've got the skill and the talent in the dressing room, no doubt about it. I mean, it's just we've got to play good cricket to beat them. We all know that Indians are the number one team, and also Pakistan is just recently last year won the Champions Trophy, and you can't take Afghanistan and Bangladesh lightly too, because they are very good teams. So you got to play your best cricket to win against these guys, and I'm sure we will. Preparation is very important, and which we are starting from today, and we've got a good 10 to 14 days to prepare ourselves. And yes, I certainly think that we can win the trophy, but we'll take one game at a time and play our best cricket. It doesn't worry me anymore, but yes, we haven't been performing very well. I mean, I can list out so many reasons. I mean, the injuries, and then we had so many players playing in the team, and so that also, I mean, we had, let alone we had so many captains in the past 6 months. So it all adds up. I mean, you can't pinpoint a certain reason, but it all adds up. And I mean, past is past now. We've got to look ahead. We played fairly good cricket. I mean, not in the first 3 ODIs against South Africa, but we came back strongly. We showed the whole world what we are capable of, and I'm sure if we are going in the right direction, and I'm sure the team will develop, and will be ready.
So Angelo Matthews there, sounding very, very confident going into the Asia Cup. Now the teams have been announced, and we're looking at the team lineup of the Sri Lankan team. 8 bowling options is what they've got. Let's quickly take a look at the comparison between how the spinners have done vis-a-vis the fast bowlers here at Dubai. And there you have it. It's roughly about the same amount of overs that have been bowled. But look at that, the number of wickets that pace bowlers have picked is there at 74. The average roughly around the same, slightly better there for the spin bowlers. The economy spinners doing far better there, and then the strike rate also roughly around the same. We keep talking about bowling option, but they've got 8 Sri Lanka, so they have all sides covered, you'd say. That's where the all-rounders come in.
Yeah, I mean, you have Shanaka, and 8 would include someone like Angelo as well. So they got 3 all-rounders. Dilruwan can bat as well, so he's a bowling all-rounder, I'd call him that way. So I think they've got a very good side. I mean, on a pitch like this, you expect the batsman to take more responsibility and not depend on number 6, 7 to deliver. But when I look at that Sri Lankan side, and as Farvez mentioned, if they play to their potential, they're a really good side. Okay,
Farvez, a quick question. We have to talk about him. Akila Dhananjaya factor not being part of the team, that's a big miss.
Yeah, indeed, he's going to be a big loser. He just he had a baby yesterday, so I'm pretty sure that he'll probably take the flight today or tomorrow. So hopefully he'll be available for the Afghanistan game. But week before he wasn't to be part of the Afghanistan game, but I won't be surprised if he catches the next flight to Dubai and plays the Afghanistan game, because we need him to take wickets in the middle. We need good, to take wrist spinners. Those are the spinners that are dominating world cricket now, and we got one of the best. And unfortunately, for the first 2 games, we might miss him, and especially in the middle overs, he would have been a key.
Okay, so the first part of the match, which is about to start, is going to be a battle between some strong Bangladesh batting lineup and a strong Sri Lankan bowling lineup. Talking about that strong Bangladeshi batting lineup, there is one man who plays a very, very crucial role in Mohammedullah, and here's he talking about the match.
I think we've got some good past memories a few months back against Sri Lanka. Though Sri Lanka is a very good team and they are playing very good cricket at the moment. So we have to be at our best to beat them. So we've been preparing quite well back at home. So hopefully we can deliver. I think probably it's always feels good to contribute for the team if the team is winning, so it feels even better. So I'd like to keep my things simple and try to contribute for the team as much as I can. I think, to be honest, I think all the teams are playing very good cricket at the moment. So they have a good couple of bowlers and as well as the batters. So every team is very important. So we can't afford to be relaxed, and we need to take game by game so that we can do well in first stage. At the moment, it's quite humid, but being a professional player, we have to adapt these conditions, and we need to embrace the situations whatever comes in our way, and we have to take further in a positive note.
Okay, really looking forward to watching Mohammedullah bat. I'm a big fan, but the other man that I'm really looking forward to is Lasith Malinga. You know what? He was a few months ago bowling mentor with Mumbai Indians. Now he'll be bowling.
Absolutely, and And it's going to be interesting because he's such an amazing person to watch, because every time he comes out to bowl, you expect something to happen. So he's an exciting as ever. So yeah, I mean, he's one guy I'm sure everyone will be watching on for.
Okay, Farvez, could you tell us what's he been doing in domestic cricket? Has he been bowling or not?
He was. I mean, I played with him. He plays with me in the first class setup, and we played together during March and April. Most of the year, one day and 2020. I think we played about 16 games, and he played everything. And then he went to IPL as a bowling mentor. That's when the issue came up. The cricket board wanted him to stay and play the provincial one-day tournament, whereas he has already committed to Mumbai Indians as a bowling mentor. So he couldn't play that. But recently concluded the SLC T20 League, which concluded last month. He did really well. I mean, he played 6 games, and out of 6, 5 of it they did really well, and that made him make a comeback. And likes of Nuwan Pradeep injured, Lyle Kumar injured, there was no other choice than Lasith Malinga coming back in.
Okay, we're completely out of time, but this is my favorite part. I'm going to ask you guys to make predictions, but I'm not going to ask you to tell me who's going to win. My question is, you're going to tell me, are you going to see the Nagin dance today or not?
Oh my God! So indirectly asking the same question, aren't you?
No, it could be any celebration, it could be a wicked celebration.
Nagin dance, I think we would actually. Yeah.
Farvez, what about you? Are you looking forward to seeing it?
I like to see it there. I mean, just putting some petrol to the fire.
Okay.
So he's not looking forward to seeing it, but he might see it. That's what he's saying.
Okay, completely out of time. To your Bengali brothers, make a quick message in Bengali. All the Bengali fans who are watching us from Bangladesh.
একটাই কথা বলবো যে যাই হোক ভালো খেলুক আর জেতা হারা তো is part of the game, but as long as Bangladesh ভালো খেলুক, that's what we want.
Okay, you've just won yourself thousands of fans in Bangladesh. Farvez Maroof, Deep Gupta, thanks so much for joining us. That's all that we have on ESPN Cricket for Match Day. It was brought to you by technology partner Vivo. We'll see you again at the lunch break. See you.